How's it going, everyone? Welcome to a brand new series. It is finally time to check out Code Vein 2. So I've already got one playthrough happening for my stream, but we're going to start a brand new one. I did recently replay number 1. There's a full playthrough on the channel, and I've been looking forward to this one pretty much since they announced it.
Long ago, the world was racked by a great disaster known as the Resurgence. The Resurgence corrupts everything it touches. In the blink of an eye, the world changed. The vast majority of humans and animals are transformed into vicious horrors. It was not long before human society fell apart. In their place, rising from the shadows of history, were the revenants. Idris, the most revered and honored of all revenants, sought out and found a way to seal the Resurgence. Yet that victory, such as it was short-lived. As time passed, the seal gradually weakened, as all things must, and it neared a fatal failure. 100 years ago, a great battle was waged. Revenants fought desperately in an attempt to restore the strength of the seal. Many brave revenants, in fact the very bravest, met their end in this battle, which we now call the upheaval. The heroes of that conflict managed to reseal the Resurgence in a great, moon-like shell that hangs in the sky. Today we honor them and their memory as heroes for their noble sacrifice. Even now, calamity itself is held at bay by the mighty seal of the Luna Rapaces, which devours the life force of those heroes. And now, 100 years have come and gone since the Battle of the Upheaval. And one day, when those heroes' strength is spent, this world will...
Alright, I feel like the first game's
Lou,
gonna repeat in this one as
it's
far as
time.
really long cutscenes and a lot of actual story. Now we gotta actually make our character. Now, Code Vein has one of the best character builders in the game out there. Super deep. But we are not gonna do it.
Hello there. Can you hear me? It's all right. Don't worry. There's no need to rush, okay? So, do you think you can remember what you looked like?
So I actually have a character I made in stream. I made 2. I have a male character that I'm playing, and I made a female character at the end of my first stream, just to see what I could do. So we are going to load that character build, and start with her. She's pretty cool looking. That will save us a whole lot of time in this episode, not having to make it. So that was my live stream character, the guy. And we're going to use her as our Let's Play character. Let's load it up, and then we'll get through a couple more cutscenes, and then finally start to walk around a bit.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance at last. All right then. I need you to wake up now. Ah, you've come too. As I feared, the memories may still take some time to return. Forgive me, I certainly didn't mean to startle you. My name is Lou Magmel. I am a revenant. Bear with me, for this may come as a shock. You have died once already. This is where I used a ritual to resurrect you. I gave half of my heart in order to restore yours. As a consequence, we now share the same heart, you and I. We are two lives intertwined as one. You seem well, all things considered. I'm glad. Do you think you can stand? There is someone that I'd very much like for you to meet. I know it's all new, but it's okay. You can trust me.
Alright, so if you played the first game, this is, I believe, 100 years in the future. There's time travel in this game, which is kind of cool. So you'll have, I guess, kind of the nice world before, and then this post-apocalyptic world we're in now. Not a whole lot we can do here. So we're in Magmel of the present, I guess. And then in this episode, we're going to go back in time to Magmel of the past. First, we got to walk around, do some basic tutorial stuff, meet some characters.
Don't hesitate to tell me if you don't feel well.
I feel fine, Lou.
This area was constructed underground. Let's take the elevator to the surface.
So the way this one works, essentially, is your companion is an additional part of your health. That's what the blue bar is. And they gradually come back, I believe, after they've been hurt. And you can pick up their traits. You can actually pull them into you so they don't run around with you. Or you can have them as a second companion that fights beside you. Alright, a couple things to grab up here. Some stuff that I actually missed in my stream.
Magmel was a research institute dedicated to the investigation of Forme. By Forme, I refer to the unique abilities of revenants, conventionally known as enchantments, curses, and the like.
A little secret back here behind the tower. Let's pick up a stone. I'm not sure what it's for. I think it's a gift, maybe. Alright, so something for the merchant that we're going to meet in the past. I am playing this game at the same time in live stream sessions, so lots of stuff I'm learning too. This is by no means a full walkthrough or anything. I did do a 100% walkthrough of the first game. We'll see if we do one of this after we've beaten it a couple times or not. Just going to check out the surroundings. So this whole area is actually a big open map. Unlike the first game, you got a big open world. And we're going to go back in time to the same island, Magmel Island, and be able to walk around that one as well. Alright, I think we collected most of everything. I don't want to go too far into this world until we've gotten farther into the story. Let's head into the tower.
These two were once revenants, turned to stone by a forma. A century ago, one came to raid Magmel Island. The other is a revenant who tried to thwart him. Their duel ended in lethal blows, a moment that now stands forever frozen. In any case, come along. We should be going. There's someone expecting you at the top of the tower.
So our quest log shows us what we need to do. It's nice and handy. And a map. So you can actually pin stuff, turn things on and off for some basic filters. You can also fast travel in this, which is nice. Just walk up, talk to a few people, get some data entries, and then we will head up the elevator.
You're a revenant hunter, aren't you? A hunter capable of inflicting mortal wounds on a being that's nigh immortal? I heard that long ago revenants and hunters were at odds with each other. But after the resurgence caused the collapse of civilization, they got over their differences and joined forces for the good of the people.
I've heard that hunters can harness the power.
Revenant society as it is now is propped up by something called Formae. Powers unique to the Revenants. These Formae grant a range of unique abilities. It looks like hunters such as yourself are able to use them as weapons, too. They say using Formae takes a kind of blood called ichor. But what do you do if you run out during a fight? Huh? You can absorb ichor from wounded enemies? Oh, just the thought makes me lightheaded.
Alright, let's go up the elevator. We'll talk to Lavinia Voda, who is a very giant woman. And after another cutscene, we will be taken back in time with the powers of Lou, who is a revenant who has time powers, I guess. I'll just let the cutscene play. We gotta talk to her a bit, and then we'll be into Magmel of the past.
Another world snuffed from existence. Luckily, the residents were all evacuated in time, thanks in no small part to your efforts. My name is Lavinia Voda. It is I who carries on the great Idris's mission and legacy. It is you, though, who must save the world of man. "100 years ago, a group of heroes saved the world from the resurgence. They absorbed its energy into their bodies, the seal consigning them to eternal slumber. But now, unable to bear that burden any longer, The flame of that seal threatens to burn out, which results in what you just witnessed. Explosions that will eradicate the world. Yes. If all of the heroes are allowed to suffer such a fate, not a trace of this world will remain. There's only one way to prevent this tragedy, before they reach the point of no return. And so, we must break the seal and end them before it is too late. However, these seals are extremely powerful. Nothing capable of opening them is known to exist. Not in our time, at least. Our hope, the only hope, is Lou. The sole revenant with the ability to traverse time itself. With a power that incredible, subjugating the heroes becomes a possibility, at least. However, as of yet, her power has not fully matured. I ask now that you accompany her back to the past. Help her to perfect her ability and gain true command over the flow of time.
Time jump is successful. We're still where we were only moments ago. Magmel Island. Only now in the past. Thank goodness we made it. I was actually quite nervous, this being my first time jump and all. However, we must have missed our target coordinates. We seem to be in some cave or other on the island. Quickly, let's get outside and figure out where... I'm sorry. Maintaining the link... It requires more energy than I thought.
Who the hell are you?
Not now. Get away from here. In my current state, I'd only hold you back.
A revenant hunter? Not anybody I recognize. Did Magmel hire a guard?
What does it matter? Kill them now before they raise the alarm!
I hate rats. Well, can't say I remember hiring you, but if you're game, lend me a hand. Oh, I like you already. I'll just hop on your back real quick. Don't make me regret it.
The real fight starts here!
Alright, we are at Clifftop Cavern. After a very long cutscene, some basic fighting here. Standard light attack, we have a heavy attack as well. We also have these powers. You can see on the bottom right, you hold down right bumper and press another key. Those use what's called Ichor. Ichor is essentially a blood and you pull blood from people, and then use that to do your special powers.
You are definitely no ordinary fighter. Who are you, and how the hell did you wind up here?
I am Eletodd Red from the future.
Uh-huh. Why don't you tell me another one? You're serious, aren't you? Either way, I bet we haven't seen the last of these goons. A friend of mine is further inside, and if I don't find him, there's gonna be some serious trouble. You feel like tagging along? You seem a little lost, but don't worry. There's plenty of wayward folks wandering these parts. Look, you help me out, and I'll make sure you get taken care of. Sound like a deal? Great, then a deal it is. The name's Noah. We should find my friend at the innermost chamber. Come on.
Alright, so now we have a partner. He will join us, we'll have linked traits, so we'll be able to pick up some of his abilities, and now that blue bar comes into relevance, which is kind of his health. And we have our second blood code. So the whole point of Code Vein is blood codes. They are kind of a different skill set, or a different build you can quick swap between. It's kind of one of the best parts about Code Vein. You can switch out your playstyle just by switching your blood code. They come with different abilities, and you want to use them so that you can max them out. So the more you use it, the more you'll become proficient, and you'll unlock its full potential. So we're going to use his for a while. This is our jail. We got the ogre arm. That is how you can pull blood from enemies when they're staggered or just during a fight, and collect more ichor. And you're just going through these standard things. Lots of different weapon types. I usually played as a greatsword in the first game. Chances are in this one I'll be doing the same, but they also have dual swords, which I'm eager to try out. The bayonet, or the rifles, were probably my least favorite because they were super weak. You can do better with magic, with blood magic with ichor, than you can with a rifle, I found. Alright, let's continue on. That's just showing you your path. You can click it on and see where you've ran. There you go. It's also showing on the top right with the little dots. Hold down left bumper for your block as well as a parry. We're just going to fight some basic enemies through this cavern, and by the end of this episode we'll be up top in the rest of the island. And over there is our first rest point. They call them missiles. So you'll be able to rest there. You can recharge, change your weapons around, level up. You can also go into them and talk to Lou. It's kind of like an imaginary place in her head.
Good. Okay. If I'm right, I believe we should be able to talk here at our leisure. This is a space where our minds and the pieces of our hearts intertwine. Perhaps we could call it something fitting like the confluence. Think of it as a private realm, one that only you and I can access. It would appear that, while we are in the past, there are only certain conditions under which we can meet and speak. First, I hope you'll forgive me for being such little help. As am I assure you. But I do regret being a hindrance to you. My apologies. Now let's go over the current situation. As Lady Lavinia explained, I have been blessed with a rare power, the ability to travel back in time. However, this power remains incomplete. As it stands, I can't actually take us back to the present yet. Fortunately, the Magmel of this era still houses a vast array of formae. Among them, there is one that can augment my ability. I have already located it. Should you manage to obtain this forma, I should be able to traverse the past and present at will. With that power firmly in hand, together, we can work towards preventing our world's demise. First things first, we will have to gain Noah's trust. Once we do that, we'll be able to roam Magmel Island much more freely. Unfortunately, there is a catch, and it is not pleasant. History says that raiders razed this island to the ground. If, as I fear, the bandits in the cave were in fact the raiders, then we have no time to lose. We need to put a stop to those raiders and rescue Noah's friend as soon as we possibly can.
Alright, got a couple more basic enemies. This one's a little harder. And then we'll be out of here. This bloodthirst just makes them stronger. They start to recharge their health as well if you haven't hurt them enough. So essentially your partner will take off the white shield of their health, and then you will take off the red. Red is permanent. So if their health recharges and they have a full bar of red, it's going to fill back up. And if I remember from the live stream, we're going to pick up a dual sword soon. That's pretty cool.
Talk about embarrassing. I know this isn't your fight, but I'll return the favor. Let's do this. Show me what you can do. We're almost there. My friend should be at the inner chamber just ahead. He may be a royal pain in the ass, but there's no friend like him. You can't just leave him hanging.
Alright, we'll go down here and meet Noah's friend, which will trigger another cutscene, and then we will head up top and wrap this episode up. Just pick that up. That is an upgrade for, I believe, standard swords.
Astonishing. Of all the formae our ancestors accumulated, Who'd have thought one of this caliber still lay dormant? Now. Just who might you be?
The hell?
Valentin!
Noah, do you know who these people are? I don't recall arranging to meet anyone here.
I swear, give me a second.
What? Who the hell are these two?
That was a raider ambush, wasn't it?
Oh is what you've got to say? You nearly got yourself killed!
Noah must have asked you to join him. Thank you. It seems you were quite the help to him. My name is Valentin Voda. I'm in charge of Forme research efforts here on Magmel Island. So, you're a solo hunter, are you? Tell me, do you have a place to stay in Magmel yet? I see. In that case, how would you like to help us here? Our former research can always use a hand. If Noah saw fit to offer you his heart so quickly, that says all I need to know. I hope we get along.
Why don't we save the introductions for later and get back, okay? There could be more bandits lurking around.
I'm afraid I'll need to stay just a little longer, Noah. You see, I've just made a substantial discovery.
Did you hear nothing I just said?
There, it surely won't be long. Actually, I'm rather more concerned for the inhabitants of the island. I want you to return to Magmel without me. Don't fret, I won't be far behind.
Fine, have it your way then. Let's go. We need to warn everybody back at Magmel. Reckless idiot. Doesn't appreciate how much harder he makes my job. Crap. But we did manage to avoid the worst with your help, at least. Thanks for pitching in. Let's get our asses back to Magmel. Warn everyone about those bandits. Time to move. Next one. Make sure you rest up.
Alright, give ourselves a level. And we are going to wrap this episode up here. We've made it back in time to Magmel. And in the next episode, we will head towards the actual center where all of our NPCs are. Kill some baddies on the way. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.